Welcome back to my channel. This channel covers 12th Computer Science CBSE syllabus. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video. Today we are going to discuss about 6.4 recursion in Python. So under this we have three main topics: iterative statement, recursion function and then factorial. So what is this iterative statement? Okay, statements are executed with specified number of times or until the condition is met. Next, recursion function, a function that calls itself inside the function definition, then such a function is referred as recursion function. Next one, factorial, product of all whole numbers is called factorial. For example, 3 factorial is represented as 1 into 2 into 3. It is a product of all whole numbers. So what is the answer for factorial? 6 is the answer. Next, I am going to write the Python program using an iterative statement. We know that what is factorial? Product of all the whole numbers. N factorial is you have to multiply all the whole numbers till n. If my value is 3 factorial, then it is represented as 1 into 2 into 3. The final answer is 6. This is the concept inside the factorial. So what type of statement I am going to apply here is iterative statement. You have to get this n value from the user. We know that how to get the value from the user. Using input statement we can get the value from the user. N equal to int of input of enter number. Normally, it will take the input as string format. We need to convert that string format into an integer. So for that purpose, I am using here int. It will convert the string into an integer. Input function will use to get the input value from the user. This is a prompt message. That value, input value will be stored in a variable n. So here I am going to find out the factorial of the given number. So I have given the name as fact. This is my n value. I have to pass this n value. Once the function definition is completed, the result will be transferred to the function call. To hold the result, we have a variable res. Next, here the final result will be stored. So you have to print res. Print statement will produce the output. For this fact call, we have to write the definition. See the same name. Here n value will be passed to this x. So def is the keyword which is used to identify it is a function definition. And then I initialize the one value to the fact using an equal to operator. 1 is if you multiply any number to an 1 which will produce the same number. That's why you have to initialize the value 1 here. Next, it is an iterative statement. We have to use any loop statement. It may be a while loop or it may be a for loop. Here I am going to use an for loop. Here I am using a range function. Range function is a built-in function in Python. It is going to generate a sequence of number. It can take one argument, two argument or three argument. If it is an one argument, it is an ending value. If it has an two argument, it is the first one is referred as starting value, second one is referred as an ending value. If it has an three argument, then final argument refers step value or increment value. Here I used the same variable fact in both left hand side as well as the right hand side. Why I have used such a thing is here to store the previous result. Every time the I value varies. First time it is 1, second time it is 2, third time it is 3, like that. If the I value gets changed, final result will be stored in a variable fact. So return that fact once the iteration is over. Let us take one example. I have given the input as 3. And then fact of n. This is a function call. This n value will be passed to x. Now the x value is 3. Initially the fact equal to 1. For I in range 1 comma x plus 1. Okay. Fact equal to 1 comma 4. It continues up to 4, but normally the range function end with stop minus 1. So fact equal to initial value is 1 into I value is, now starting number is 1. What is the fact value? Now you got 1. Next I am going to use the fact. Previous value is 1. I value is 2. Now the fact value is 2. It restores 2. I value is 3. 6. It won't continue till 4 because stop minus 1. N value is stop minus 1. So it stopped with 3. The final 6 will be stored in a variable fact. Okay. Next, fact value is returned to the function call. Now the fact of n have the value 6. The 6 will be stored in a variable res. Print of res will produce the output 6. Previously, I explained the factorial program using iterative statement. Now I am going to explain the factorial program using recursive function. Okay. See the difference. You have to get the n value. N is your 3 value. Int is a keyword which will convert the string format into an integer. Input is a built-in function which will get the input value from the user. This is a prompt message. And then I have given the name of the function is fact. Argument is n. Result will be stored in a variable res. Finally, you have to print that result. DEF is the keyword which will help you to identify it as a function definition. The name of the function is fact. Here you have to use an base condition. Here you have to receive this value, we need an x. if x equal to 1, then return 1. Otherwise is represented by an keyword else. Return x into fact of x minus 1. Every time the input value is reduced in the recursion function. See how it works. First time it get the value from the user. I have given the n value equal to 3. Next statement is fact of n, which is fact of 3. This 3 value is passed to the variable x. Now x equal to 3. Now it check 3 equal to 1. It is a false statement. If it is a false statement, the control transfer to else part. Now what will happen? It return. What is the x value? 3 into fact of x minus 1. X is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. The input value is reduced to x minus 1. Now 2 is inside the function definition. I am having the function call, which is called recursion. Now 2 value is passed to this x. Now x value equal to 2. Now it is checking 2 equal to 1. It is a false statement. So the control transfer to else part. Here what happened? 2 into, already we have an 3. 3 into 2 into fact of, now x is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. Next, a 1 is passed to this x. Next, 1 equal to 1 is true. Then it return 1. So this fact of 1 will return the value 1. 3 into 2 into 1 is 6. Okay. Now this 6 value is returned back to this function call. That 6 is stored in a variable res. Now print of res will produce the output as 6. Next we are going to discuss about the difference between recursion and iterative statement. Recursion, in definition wise, the function that call itself again and again until the base condition is not reached. This is the definition for the recursion. But in the case of iterative, statements are executed with specified number of times until the condition is met. Here the code size is small in recursion, but code size is not small in iterative statement. Next, in performance wise, recursion is slower because it occupies more memory space compared to the iterative statement. So iterative statement will work faster. Next, which type of memory it is used? Stack memory, but it does not use stack. This is the difference between the recursion and iterative statement. Let us move on to the next topic in our next video. Thank you.